Stand by for an important message.
Game of Thrones, Season 8, Episode 5. Recap? Hold on. Gotta take a deep breath, drink some water. After the intro, let's talk about it. I'm going to try and make this video as short as possible. It might run 4 or 5 minutes long, just to let you know. I got to take a sip of water because there's a lot to talk about. I'm going to go through just points of the episode without providing too much narrative because that would make the video 7-8 minutes long. Let's see if we can get through it. So first we have Varys and Jon Snow. He tries to convince Jon Snow to take the Iron Throne. Jon Snow's like, nah, I'm straight. I know I took it before, with King of the North, but this is the Iron Throne and I love my auntie, so I don't want to smash my auntie, but I have honor. Like, your honor's trash, bro. You remind me of dumbass Ned Stark from season 1. Ben Ned, don't be too strict, Ned. Don't do that, Ned. And he dies, right? Via his actions, he gets beheaded, right? Jon Snow, you could have prevented a lot of deaths, but that's just the writing. It is what it is. Going on, Varys gets executed. Tyrion, little snitch ass little person, right? This man done saved you, shipped your ass over across the narrow sea to save your punk ass, and then you snitch on him that quickly, knowing he's right. Whack. She gave the softest, like, Dracarys. That's what she should have did. She should have did, like, Dracarys. She should have put her hand on her cheek because that shit was so, like, light. You know what I mean? So light, like, kill him. Whatever. He's dead, right? Just served me for a while. Helped me out. Helped me get back across the narrow sea. No big deal. It is what it is. Tyrion and Jaime. Tyrion signed his own death warrant by letting Jaime escape. We know that. But I love the scene between those two because we've seen the history between those two since season 1. So I dug that. It is what it is. Tyrion's somewhat of an honorable man, but that relationship between his brother is bond. They have a huge bond. The Golden Company. I did a video about the Golden Company, I don't know, a couple months ago. And, they are some of the fiercest warriors. And they have elephants. And I was mad they didn't have the elephants, but I was like, oh, we're going to get to see the Golden Company fight. Nah. We're just going to blow them up from behind with dragon fire and have the leader of the Golden Company look like a scared bitch and then get stabbed and he's dead. I was like, okay, cool. That's what we're doing. That's why we didn't use the elephants. No problem. I got you, writers, directors, and producers. I got to keep notes on this, so excuse me for looking at the notes. The next thing is, so listen, the biggest point is Daenerys and Drogon cut through everything. Like soft-ass butter that you leave out for hours, right? You could blow on the butter and it'd probably make a little indentation. That's how she cut through the Euron's fleet of ships and the scorpions that were on the walls. There were like 30 scorpions on the walls. None of them could turn in time to kill this dragon. Is what it is. They basically said in writing, like, listen, it's not going to make logical sense. No. But it's going to look badass. And she's going to be the villain of the series. That's basically what they said. Fuck it. They was like, fuck it. We ain't going to pay off with the Night King, so let's make Queen Daenerys the real villain, right? So, moving on, the character arc for Dany is just a little odd for me. It usually takes seasons to get to that point. She got to that point in like an episode and a half. Jon Snow on the ground with the Dothraki unsullied and Northern soldiers, they bug out when they see her go overhead and start killing people. And I guess that tells them, hey, we should kill people too. Deep breath. Sip of water. I'm not going to do it. It's going to waste time. All right. Jaime versus Euron. Yo, man, where Euron come from, bro? Bro, where Euron come from? I'm going to rewind the episode again and see where he got blown up and where he was in proximity, if I can find it, to where he landed or where he swam to. And then he just happened to swim there when Jaime was there at that certain spot. Remember, there's a whole bunch of caves that lead and tunnels that lead to the Red Keep. That's not the only one. So they just happen to be at the same one, son? Ugh. Get out of here with that shit. Anyway, whatever. They getting paid the big bucks to write this shit, so it is what it is. Listen, I just want to explain a couple things, little plot points. Wildfire that was going off, some people text me about that. If you remember, Jaime explained to, I think it was Brienne, about how he became the Kingslayer. The Mad King, when he was descending into madness, had his pyromancers create all this wildfire. And in the vision, it might have been Bran's vision, he said, burn them all, right? That was his signal to, you know, just destroy all of King's Landing. And Jaime Lannister saved the people, basically, by killing the Mad King before the Pyromancers could set off all this stuff or get the word. So all that wildfire you saw going off is most likely from the era of the Mad King that's just been around, just in hiding for all these years, apparently. So I guess that explains that. Sandor, Clegane, the Hound in the Mountain, Clegane Bowl. That was great. That was good stuff, okay? I like that. They basically returned to the fire, which really started everything by the Mountain, you know, burning his brother, and that's where the hate started from. So they returned to that, and I'm assuming they were both dead, right? So that was a good battle scene. It was kind of crazy to see the Mountain all, you know, zombied out. That was crazy. Now Qyburn, quick death. He's a whatever character. He was actually a good Hands of the Queen, but he's a whatever character. So I was like kind of just laughing with that. I might have to watch this episode all over again because it was pretty funny. Now, the Cersei and Jaime death, listen, man, they tried to humanize Cersei. That was some garbage. Like, we know she like the bad boss. She's the mean boss. But maybe they were trying to relate to us. Is she really worse than Daenerys? She never killed people, right? She never killed a whole bunch of people. She's a bitch, right? She's underhanded. She's a politician just like anybody else, even modern day, right? But the people were alive. They were pretty much flourishing, right? Somewhat. Nah. Daenerys came through, lit all them joints on fire, boy. Woo, Jesus. And then Jaime and Cersei go out, you know, by the tunnels collapsing under the Iron Throne room. Like, really? Yeah, do whatever. I was like, all right, fair. We don't write the shit. We just watch it. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is, so from season 4 or 5, maybe, I think it was 4, when Daenerys is in the House of the Undying, she has the vision of her in the throne room. That is accurate because most likely in the next episode, she's going to be in the throne room, which I don't believe is destroyed. And the stuff that we saw falling in that vision was either snow or ash. It looked to me to be ash, right? But you could think it was snow too, right? Because we didn't know what the whole thing, fruition of the Night King, would be. It's obviously ash. It's obviously from her doing, which she didn't know at that time. So I thought that was a good payoff. The good payoff of Bran's vision of Drogon flying over King's Landing. I think you all saw that. So that was good. This video is going towards 7 minutes. I'm sorry, folks, but this is the best I could do. You know, we're trying to keep it as short as possible. So if you had to fast forward through some stuff, it's okay. If you want to watch it in increments, it's okay also. I appreciate you watching. Please leave any comments, thoughts about the episode. This is the longest video I've ever done for Game of Thrones because this to me was the finale. Yeah, we know episode 6 will be the finale, but this was the finale. Like, people was dead. People like dead. People thought that were going to be dead in, you know, the previous couple episodes are now dead. So anyway, let me know what you thought. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you soon. And thank you for watching. I'm just not a full-time YouTuber at all, but I love Game of Thrones, and this is why I do these videos. So